Today's AskReddit post. Girls of Reddit, what's the female equivalent of trying to hide a boner? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. When you are on your period and feel a giant blob of dark bloody grass, and you hope it absorbed into the pad and not stain your clothes. Ah, yes. Giving birth to a jellyfish. OMG, that's exactly what it feels like. Hiding normal discharge wet spots. I dunno if it's just me, but mid-cycle I cannot keep my underwear dry to save my life. Add yoga pants to the mix and voila, looks like you pissed yourself a little. Can't believe I had to scroll this far to find this. It's the worst. Although I managed to largely avoid uncomfortably wet underwear now by removing it all in the shower each morning. Used to happen almost on the daily, but now hardly ever. Been a lifesaver, lol. Edit. I hope I'm not too late to say it now, lol. I remove the discharge in the shower every morning so it doesn't come out later. Works like a charm. Edit 2. Someone under here called it the daily finger scoop, and that is 100% accurate. Trying not to sound crunchy when wearing a pad. I hate that crunchy is the word you used, LMAO. Hate that it's such an accurate feeling though. Like I can't think of a better word for it. I don't know if everyone experiences this or not, but every so often I get this intense tingle itch sent to my clit, and when it happens in public it is excruciating not to be able to adjust it or make it go away. Normally only lasts at a minute, but oh my god. Holy poop, I thought I was just dying. Any idea why this happens? No freaking clue. If someone else here has the answer, I'd love to be enlightened, haha. Feeling an alarming dampness in your underwear during your period and realizing that you've probably completely filled your pad, followed by the fear of your pants being stained. Or when you're exercising and it's close to that time and you get to play another round of is it blood or sweat? Yes. Been on BC for years now and have a much lighter flow, but if I feel damp there I have to go check. Putting a jacket around your waist at school because you are self-conscious that there is blood on your pants during the time of the month. I'm a guy, but I have a funny story about this. I work with a girl and she came into the break room one morning wearing some velvet pants in a wine sort of color. I said, hey look, you wore your minstrel pants today. To me they looked like something from a minstrel show that you would see at a Renaissance fair. I could tell by the panicked look on her face that she didn't get the connection. Then she looked down and quickly left, and that was when I realized that she must have heard minstrel pants. And I start saying, you know, minstrel, like in a traveling lute player. So we had a good laugh about it later, but I've never seen her wear those pants again. Wearing a bra that's thinner than you thought and having your nipples stick out. I've held a book or a file up to my chest like an anime schoolgirl clutching a love note. I didn't wear a bra once, but I wore a black shirt, so I figured they were adequately covered. Apparently sunlight made it completely see-through, and I didn't realize until someone pointed it out to me. I had been out walking all day that day. I was just telling my husband this: my commute takes me through a popular cyclist route. I told him a lot of people have taken up cycling lately, and not very many of them have figured out cycling shorts have similar opaque see-through issues as cheap legging. The real answer to this question is realizing out of the blue that you might leave a blood stain on whatever surface you're sitting on, and shifting around uncomfortably to prevent direct contact. The fear of damaging another person's property is considerably more potent than shame. Yes, this. I usually choose the darkest seats in the house because of this. That and avoiding fabric. Keys to success. Trying to sneak a pad or tampon into the restroom without people noticing, especially if it is in your locker or bag. Ladies take their handbag to the toilet. We know why. We don't care. My grandma. As I tried to sneak my tiny purse into the bathroom at her house, as loudly as possible, guaranteeing that everyone in the room looked at me. Why are you taking your purse? Do you think I'm going to steal IT? What OP wanted? Girls saying how they hide their horniness. What OP got? Vivid descriptions of period blood and smell. Nah fam. I was just curious. You can't wank to this. Can you? Trying to extract a hair from between your boobs when you don't actually know where it is will probably be the equivalent to adjusting your dick, I guess. Yeah, that sounds more like adjusting your junk to get it unstuck from your thigh, or needing to scratch your balls, but you need to feel around just that little bit to find the exact spot to counter the itch. You know when your boyfriend keeps taking his penis all the way out of you and putting it back in and shoving a whole bunch of air inside of you, and then you try to avoid queefing, but you really can't because queefs don't work that way. Maybe he is trying to make you queef. I'm starting to think so, lol. Definitely agree with the period stain, but I am here for some advice. I work with kids with severe special needs, and so I am very familiar with unwanted boners. We obviously recognize that it's a natural occurrence, but also not something we want our students to be laughed at for, or occasionally they will try to start other actions to fix it. Our solution is to have the kids wash their hands with cold water up to the elbow. It makes it disappear right away 90% of the time. Physical exercise. It pumps blood to the muscles being used, away from the penis. Think flexing the arm for 30 seconds, or squatting, or push-ups or sit-ups. Takes a few seconds. Edit. Upper body muscles may work best, as it pumps blood away from your nether regions, your loins, your genitals. Edit 2. Maybe not push-ups cause your meat will take a beating. Huh. Also, someone mentioned glute thigh muscles can be really effective, perhaps due to how close they are to the problem area, thereby affecting it faster. Hiding a period stain or hiding the pain on a face from period cramp when are in public. While I was still in the office a few months ago and was in the middle of a sentence to a couple of male co-workers when I had a bout of the most horrendous cramp imaginable. The first one hit out of nowhere with a stabbing pain that caused me to stop in the middle of a word with a huge involuntary intake of breath. Audible erg. Double over and clutch the desk for support. All completely involuntary. I was embarrassed, but their immediate reaction was concern and understanding and making sure I was okay. OMG. Are you okay? Have you got terrible cramp? In addition to reassuring comments about their wife and girlfriend suffering the same thing so as to let me know they were used to it and okay talking about it. Discreetly asking another colleague for painkillers as I had a sit down to ride out the waves of pain. And making me a cup of tea. I love working with good, kind, grown-up blokes. Crossing your legs very tightly. Now that's a thought that would make a grown man weak. I read this in Mike Tyson's voice. Getting underwear stuck up your crack or vag and having to do a sort of wiggle to get it loose. Trying to fix a pad that's shifted and gone up your ass a bit. Or really awkward shift of a pad and the sticky bit catches some pubes. I hate it when the bad catches on pubes. It's literally the worst and so hard to fix without drawing attention. Wearing a baggy hoodie to hide you aren't wearing a bra. Bra doesn't support enough. Just saying. Oversized baggy hoodies are one of the cutest things a girl can wear emo. I also like wearing them myself. They are comfortable as hell. Oh yeah, they are absolutely super comfy. There's a good reason why most of mine are too big. Just doesn't work out the best in the summer when you just wanna head to the convenience store to grab something cool in the summer, lol. I blush way too damn easily, so it's really not easy. Edit. Thanks for the award. I love IT. I love you. Edit 2. Thanks for the snack award. I love Danger Noodles. Edit 3. Thanks for the third award. I love all of you. Edit 4. A gold 2. Thanks you guys. Subtle compliment. As a breastfeeding mother, when my husband gets me excited my boobs leak. Getting your period when you're not expecting or springing a leak. No one wants that stain on the back of their pants for everyone to see. Having to wear an audible feminine hygiene product. Some honestly sound like you're wearing a plastic bag in your underwear. But if you get caught out, sometimes you're reduced to wearing one. You spend the rest of the day trying to move as carefully as possible so not to make too much noise. One that I found out recently, when you're breastfeeding, you go out for whatever reason and then you leak. Through your bra and through your shirt and you just have giant wet patches on your chest. It's horrifying. I answered a question exactly like this on this sub before, but the answer remains the same. Period blood smell, which is like sweet, rotten meat or fish. Before anyone asks. Period blood stains, which are inevitable for me because of my heavy flow. Edit. Have gotten thousands of go see a doctor comments. I have. Doctor said it was fine. Unless you are a gynecologist. Have seen a gynecologist for the same issue. Or know a gynecologist. Do not worry. If you or know have seen a gynecologist. Please let me know if you think there is a problem. Otherwise, no need to comment. I always found mine smelled metallic. Trying to adjust the underwire in your bra subtly without looking like you're fondling yourself. Or trying to fish lunch crumbs out of your bra without looking like you're fondling yourself too. I think for me it's breathing heavy lol. When I get turned on I have to try really hard to keep my breath calm. I swear I have like an aroused energy that radiates too and that just makes it worse. This, although I can't fully explain why, sounds super ducking unbelievably insanely hot, especially if the girl is trying and failing to control her breath. Back in the days of bulky menstrual pads it was horrible when you didn't anchor it down quite right and suddenly you had a pad wedgie, front or back. Both were a proper chore to adjust in the wild. This still happens to me. Catching pubic hair in the adhesive, and damn near giving yourself a Brazilian when you move just wrong. Period time. When pants are too tight and your muffin shows. When you are wearing a sports bra and your nipples go total freeze. Controlling facial expressions. Sometimes it's really visible on my face that I'm turned on. Happened once with my crush and immediately saw a smirk on his face. Brain. GPS to Pound Town initiated. Asterisk. Knowing your nipples are poking out so you hunch or cross your arms. Hiding hard nipples. When it's cold outside. When you have a thin bra or bralette. I have to do this. As a man. No bra though. I love the cold. But so do my nipples. And I can control them less than my bone. I have some pretty big man tits despite not being obese and damn it's hard to hide my nipples. Trying to speak normally. I lose all train of thought and can't keep up conversation about anything else than intercourse when I'm turned on because it's so prevalent in my mind. I often end up just looking away and staying quiet. When it's 2 AM or you're in a public bathroom and you're trying to soundlessly open a pad. My face and chest turning red and having to turn away, which sucks because I also do that when genuinely angry, so I have to either turn away and act like they're getting to me or keep facing them and seem like they're getting to me. Same thing happens to me, but I'm a dude. My face goes beet red at just about anything. Been ridiculed my whole life for it. I know someone with the same problem. Hope you take care and embrace it. Leaving a wet patch on your seat. Usually because I get very wet but occasionally I just sweat. Woman with light skin tone shrugging. The rest of my body will be fine but my thighs get very hot and being a thick woman. My thighs rubbing against each other create even more heat equals sweat. Hiding the dildo you shoved up her ass before leaving the house on casual Thursdays. You must have either a really small dildo or really big pants. I got a really deep asshole. Usually whenever the slightest embarrassing thing happens to me I go so red in the face, which is a stupid reaction because it just makes me more embarrassed, so thanks body. And when I was in school and college I would look for an excuse to go through my bag under the table and hide my face. Duck knows what I'll do now I'm not in education anymore XD. Trying not to laugh at everything because you find them attractive. When something comes out of your magic conch and it might be blood or discharge and no one can see it but you know something's there. See-through leggings. I was trying to imagine what would make that the equivalent of a boner and then I imagined see-through leggings randomly teleporting onto people as often as guys get random boners and I laughed. So thank you for leading me down my insane train of thought that led me to that. Camel toe. Literally the bane of my entire existence. I'm always pulling down the crotch of my pants because I think it's showing. My solution to this is really thin panty liners. You can barely feel them and they sort of smooth the appearance of your crotch so that camel toe won't show. Crying because I'm angry or my face going flush. I would have to assume Jean faux boners because all intercourses seem to get those. Parents legit though I was turned on at a party because of dumb genes. For some reason as a kid this worried me. IDKY I thought people would think I had a dick when I'm very clearly female lol. When I'm wet and someone notices. Best excuse. I pissed myself. Oh my god someone put shit in my pants. Redacted. The sacred texts. Trying to act normal after your panties suddenly gotten a little bit wet after a sneeze. I feel weird saying this but my female equivalent of trying to hide a boner would be trying to hide the smell of my lady garden. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but it often gets super moist throughout the day and can even dampen my genes, so I can often smell it myself. So sometimes the best option at work is just to keep my legs crossed as much as possible out of fear of my co-worker smelling if they sit next to me to chat. Armpit and boob sweat when you're wearing a certain color or material. Trying to discreetly scratch an itch on my nipple. Hard nipples and no bra or like a thin bralette that you can see them through. Knowing everyone that looks at you is definitely staring at your nipples. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.